Peace and blessings, y'all, in this corner boxing 24. How's everyone doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good on this side. As always, God is great, God is good, and I can't complain. So yeah, we back on. I wanted to come back on and talk about the super middleweight fight yesterday, David Morrell. And I can't pronounce the other fighter's name correctly, so I'm just going to call him Yerboss, because it's Yerbossynuly, and then I can't pronounce the rest of the name, so I'm going to call him Yerboss. But if you watch the fight, and you know David Morrell fought yesterday, that he fought this fighter who was 16-0, and David Morrell was actually 7-0 with 6 KOs. Now he's 8-0 with 7 KOs. David Morrell has been calling out David Benavidez, that he wants to fight David Benavidez. And so he's making his way, you know. He only has 8 fights under his belt, but he's making his way. And he fought a good fight yesterday. I like his movement. I like his jab. I like his footwork. Most importantly, I like his defense. You know, for the size and height, he was slipping, he was moving, he was ducking, he was dodging. Like, he was making Yerboss miss. Even when he had him in the corner, there were times where he ducked and moved out, and I like that. I like that, okay? Defense, always number one. So he did pretty good. He was actually whipping Yerboss. I mean, he won all the rounds to me. Yerboss did come back at points, at times in the fight, in the middle of the fight, with some body work and try to make it interesting. But for the most part, that was a unanimous decision. I give Morrell every round. He fought a very good fight, okay? Now, some people might not agree with me. I heard some people talking about this. Now, I know the commentators could be biased, okay? I know they could go for one fighter because they're critiquing another fighter, and no matter who it is, that fighter, if it's a fighter that they don't really care for, that's being talked about, and even though they don't like the other fighter, they'll go against that fighter that's being talked about, even if they don't like the guy that he's fighting. Showtime, ESPN, HBO, there's all, you know, all them the commentators, some commentators, I'm not saying all, but some of these commentators, especially the ones that don't have no boxing background, right? So we know we're not talking about Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley, right? But some of these guys that don't have no boxing background, never had a fight, never had even probably a heated argument where it almost got into a fight. They know so much about fighting and boxing, right? Yeah, okay. So I know they could be very biased. But I will say myself, there was points in the fight. In the middle rounds, it did look to me, no matter what Morrell did, because he beat him up. There's no doubt about that. He already was beating him up in the middle rounds. He was beating him up prior to the 6th and 7th round. So, but I did see a little bit of gas out. I did see a little bit of tiredness. He looked like he got a little tired. He did. He looked like, I said it. I said he looks a little like he's slowing down a little bit. So it's either he was slowing down, he was gassing out a little bit, his stamina, or some of that body work from Yerboss was affecting him. It's one or the other. Either he slowed down or he was slowed down, right? But I did see a little bit of slowdown. Not significant, but just a little bit, right? And it made me think this. If he's eventually is going to fight David Benavidez, you've got to stay on point, because David Benavidez looks like a high energy fighter, throws a lot of punches with hard intentions. He's really trying to hurt you. He's really trying to stop you. That's all I'm saying, okay? They have to go back to the board, back to the gym, and he got a great trainer in Ronnie Shields, who's gonna go back and say, okay, this is what we did good, this is what we could have did better. That's all. It's okay. This, it happens. It happens. Some people make you work. Some fighters make you work a little bit more, even if you're beating them. They still want to make you work a little bit more for what you're trying to give. It's okay. It's a learning experience. Nobody's saying that he was. Oh man, he looked like he couldn't finish. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it did look like at times he was a little bit tired, a little bit gassed in the middle rounds, right? But he picked it up. He picked it back up. It happens. Okay, when you throwing a lot of punches like that, and you moving around a lot like he was, it's a 12-round fight, man. All right? So you keep working on that. It happened to Canelo throughout his career. He's gotten better with it. And he's one of the best fighters right now on the planet, even after coming off the loss with Bivol. Okay? So that's another story, but I'm just saying David Morrell, I like David Morrell. I think he definitely has good potential, and I want to see him compete against the best. And I would love to see him fight David Benavidez. I don't think he's ready yet, though. I think he needs a couple more fights. That's just me. David Benavidez is going to fight Caleb Plant. I think, that's going to be a good fight. But I think David Benavidez will win. David Morrell is definitely inching towards it. And, I'm not saying he got to get to 15, 20 fights to fight David Benavidez, because who knows what will happen at that point. That's a lot of fights, unless he's going to fight about 2-3 times a year. But I would say a couple more to gauge yourself and really see. Because David Benavidez is a machine, man. He's coming to really hurt you and knock you out. All right? He throws a lot of punches, man. Okay? So, is he ready for that? Walk down type of fighter that's just coming at you and throwing all those punches and can take a punch? We have to see. All right? But David Morrell definitely looks good. I like his trainer, of course. I like Shields, one of the best trainers. And I like his fight game. I like that defense that I saw. I like that jab. I like those punch selections. I like those to do some nice uppercuts, man. Body work. He looked good. He looked very good. So, yeah. They have to, I'm not going to grade him and say he's an A, B, or C. They got to do that for themselves. I like what I saw, though, with David Morrell. I think he has a lot of potential. I think he's going to be very good. And I'm looking forward to him competing with a David Benavidez, Caleb Plant at 168. Going to be interesting. Andrade, he's definitely in that mix. All right? So I just wanted to talk about that real quick. Congratulations on the win, David Morrell. And the other fighter, Yerbos, tough dude, man. Kyrgyzstan, they produce tough fighters, man. Triple G, Janibek, Sergey Lipinets, if I'm not mistaken. He's from Kyrgyzstan as well. I could be wrong, but I think he is. But I know definitely Triple G and Janibek, right? They tough fighters, man. They come to fight, they come to win, and you got to really put them out to stop them. They're not gonna just give up. Okay, so yeah, very good fight for him. And I remember before the fight, Ronnie Shields saying that this was not going to be no easy fight for David Morrell. He said it was going to be a tough fight. Yeah, he won unanimously, but there was times in the fight where Yerbos was coming back. He was thrown to the body, and again, he couldn't just get him out with one shot. Okay, tough dude. All right, so that's all I really got. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Please leave your comments. Please subscribe to the page. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe.